Hello and welcome in. My name is Autumn and today we're doing a writing challenge. It's been a little while since I, as we all know, have really sat down, dedicated a good amount of time to my project. Today I didn't have a whole bunch of things planned for today. Like I didn't have to run around town and have appointments and things like that. So I felt like today was a great day to do a 5K challenge. I have done a 5K challenge in the past before, so you might be thinking, Autumn, if you've done a 5K challenge before, why don't you try and bump it up a little bit? You might not be thinking that, but I would be thinking that. And the reason I'm gonna stick with the 5K is because the last time I did a 5K was several months ago. That was before I went on my little hiatus. And I think doing a 5K is doable, but it's still going to be a challenge. I guess what's gonna also kind of make this a little bit challenging, I want to have all of the words written by 5:30 tonight. So it's a little past 9:30 now. So it gives me like a whole work day to get 5,000 words in. I was taking notes earlier. I was writing out the game plan for today with some of the other little household chores things that I have to do today. And so how I want to structure it is I want to give myself 5 1-hour writing blocks to get 1,000 words, and then eventually I'll have the 5,000 words for the challenge. So that leaves me about 3 hours to do other little things in between. There is one thing that I do have to leave here to go do, and it's grocery shopping. It's literally 4 things. Those are the only things I have to go to the store to get. I did go to the store yesterday and I got a lot of the other stuff, but for whatever reason, I couldn't find a few of those produce items at the grocery store, well, the 2 grocery stores I went to yesterday. But I like getting these certain things at this store. There's a method to the madness, but that grocery store is not very far away, so that is definitely something I can do within an hour of time. I'm very excited to start today's challenge. As you saw, I got ready for the day. I've already had breakfast. I am finishing my second cup of coffee now, so I am going to be starting this little challenge momentarily. I'm gonna finish my cup of coffee and I'll come back in about 5 minutes or so, and I will talk a little bit more about the project, and we'll get that first writing sprint started. I am pulling up all my documents now, and the documents that I'm pulling up is the first draft document, and I have a notes document for this project as well. And this notes document has everything in it, and I have different headings for like the characters, the plot, the magic system, and things like that. So I am gonna pull up those 2 things. I have my notebook present too, and in my notebook I think it'll be fun to write down and track this 5K challenge. So I have that written in here. It's nothing fancy. I just have the 5K challenge in today's date, so if I ever wanted to look back on it, I'll have that here. I have my starting word count at 27,128 words. I'll keep track of how long it takes me to write that amount of words too. When I was writing consistently before my little hiatus, it could take me, I would say in about a 45-minute to an hour writing session, I could get between 1,500 words and 1,000 words. 2,000 words, excuse me. We'll just have to see if I can get back to that normal. There's definitely no pressure, but it would be nice to slowly get back to that. I am on chapter 16, which is the midpoint. I am finally at the midpoint of the story. Thank goodness. I feel like it's taken me a while to get there, which it has. I have already started chapter 16, so hopefully I can get this chapter wrapped up and started on chapter 17. I have a playlist. I also need to pull up my Pinterest board now that I'm thinking about it. So I've got my Pinterest board, my 2 documents, and then I will also pull up my music playlist, and that's what I'll be doing for the next 40-ish minutes. So I will check in then. It's 10:40 now. I ended up writing a little bit longer than what I expected my time to be, but I'm crooked. It took me a minute to kind of get back into the scene and into this chapter, and I mean, I guess really back into the story. So I was listening to my music playlist, kind of going through my Pinterest board. I reread a little bit of chapter 15 and then what I had already written of chapter 16. I ended up writing 856 words, and I would say that was probably about a 40-ish minute sprint, since I started the sprint a little bit later than 9:45, and I didn't actually put fingers to keyboard until a little bit after that. I feel good about it. I think what I am gonna do now is take my first little break, but I'm gonna go ahead and start that load of laundry that I wanted to start, and then I'm gonna come back and then write again. I think I want to move and maybe sit on the couch and do this next writing session, just to, I don't know, maybe I'm just not feeling my writing session here. Actually, I might sit on the floor in the living room. I usually like doing that. I feel a little cold sitting here, and I don't want to put a jacket on. I should put a jacket on, but I am just gonna move and do my next writing session in the living room, and I think I'm gonna write until about noon, so that'll give me a good hour to write. 27,984 words total. Hopefully in this next writing sprint I can try and get to about 29,000 words. I am so ready to pound out this last sprint. It's been quite a while since we've chatted. I wanted to take a break away from everything before I came back and talked about my last writing session. As you guys saw, I got over 2,000 words. How many words was it exactly? I wrote 2,476 words in about an hour and 15 minutes. That is a lot. I just went with it. That writing session was phenomenal. First of all, let me just say that writing session was exactly what my writing needed, what I needed, what the story needed. Everybody needed that writing session. So it took me an hour and 15 minutes to write those 2,476 words. I feel incredible about that. So like I said in my last update, I am working on the midpoint. So it is a part in the story where there's a lot happening. It's pretty engaging. While the first sprint, the 856 words that I got, well, that felt a little slow, and it took me a moment to get, my feet on the ground before I started running. I did a marathon in that second writing sprint. I'm still in the midpoint. I only need 1,668 words in order to complete my 5K for today. There's no question that I'll be able to hit it. I am really excited about hitting this goal of 5,000 words. So I'm gonna sit down and finish it. I'm sitting in my my office to do my third sprint, and I think that that was also a really great decision, is moving where I'm sitting. It feels refreshing, and after my last break, which was a pretty long break, I won't lie, it's almost 4 o'clock now. So far, I've been able to balance everything. I've been able to get the writing done that I wanted to get done. Do you mind? I'm giving an update. It's all about him. Hang on. You done? Thank you. I'm definitely going to hit the 5K for today. I'm really happy that I tried to do this today. I just got back from the grocery store run and I ended up stopping to get a matcha latte, and I put it in one of my writing mugs because we're gonna finish strong. I am going to start my final sprint for today. I'm still in the midpoint and I cannot wait for what I'm about to write. I have 2 scenes that I would really like to write in this next hour-ish, so hopefully I can get to it. I really have nothing else to really say other than I've been working on the midpoint. I'm gonna just keep writing the midpoint. I did end up getting to chapter 17. I'm a little bit into chapter 17. I might be able to finish that chapter in this next sprint. I just wanted to add this in here before I start my final sprint today. Choosing to do this writing challenge on today was a really solid decision. It has been a while since I have tried anything like this, have written a lot in one day, and I'm really proud. I am a little tired, I won't lie. Writing continuously and writing a lot, I can tell I'm out of practice, and hopefully this won't burn me out. I don't have plans to write tomorrow. Tomorrow is a catch-up day with other things, so I'll have a day to rest from doing this 5K and the rest of tonight, and then giving myself a little bit of time to recuperate, reset, and then come back to the story and continue to be excited about it. I'm mentally exhausted, but I did it. I wrote 5,000 words today. I just finished. It's 5:07 and I finished this right when I wanted to. I am also finished with chapter 17. I am past the midpoint. For my last sprint today, I ended up writing 1,906 words. While I did write a lot of words and I'm really proud of what I wrote, this was a lot. This was a pretty hefty challenge. I'm not burnt out. I mean, I am for today. I'm definitely not writing anymore today. This was exactly what I needed. This challenge was perfection. This little challenge has pushed my project to where it needs to be. So for the rest of this, it's going to be the rest of Act 2 and then Act 3. I originally had plotted out this story to be a 4-act story structure, but I'm so used to using the 3-act story structure that I keep referring to it as the 3-act story structure. The project is sitting at 32,366 words, which means I have less than 20,000 words left in this entire manuscript until I'm finished with draft 1. I am kind of tossed up between, I feel like I should be further into Act 2 if I'm trying to keep the story 50,000 words, but I think it's fine. Act 3 will be pretty short when I finally get there to write it. I'll beef it up later. But for the first draft, I think it'll be relatively short. I am on the downhill now with Act 2. We're past the midpoint, which is very exciting. I am so drained, but we did it. And we did it before the time. I hope you enjoyed this little challenge. I hope this has motivated you to try your own challenge, tweak it to how it would fit your schedule. But let me know how you enjoyed this video. Let me know how your projects are doing. Let me know your word counts, if you follow or if you track word counts or anything. Let me know all of that fun stuff down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am Autumn Ashley, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.